Hi, my name is Jeff Pagano, and welcome to the Harp and Preview Show on our YouTube channel. Please don't be shy with the like and or subscribe buttons. Slightly different preview show this week. As you can see down there, I've been joined by Neil Keegan, who's earning his 121st cap, but he's frozen there for the moment. Our schedules prevented us from doing recording together, so we've done them separately. I'm going to set things up here first, then I'll hand you over for his thoughts, and then it'll be back to me. But before I move on, I'd like to tell you about a theatre production that's coming up in the Mill Theatre in Dundrum. If you followed Irish rugby online over the past decade or so, you'll know the name Pat McCarry, who wrote for sportsjoe.ie. But these days, he's writing plays, and as a tribute to the late, great Anthony Axel Foley, whose anniversary was just on Thursday. Can't believe it's been so long. Anyway, Pat wrote Soldier Field, which is based on Ireland's last tango with the All Blacks in Chicago, but also features Axel and the tribute the team paid to him before kickoff. Definitely looks worth checking out. I left the link in the program notes, or there should be a QR code on the screen now. Right. Now it's time to turn our attention to our feature match of the week, which is, of course, Leinster v Munster in round 4 of the 25-26 BKT United Rugby Championship. It's taking place at Croke Park on Saturday, October 18th, kicking off at 5:15 p.m. with TV coverage on Premier Sports 1 and URC.tv. After 3 rounds of the season, Leinster currently sit 10th on the URC table, while Munster are way up in second after 3 wins out of 3 against Scarlets, Cardiff, and Edinburgh. The officials for the game have Gianluca Gnecchi holding the whistle for the referee, and you can see the assistants and TMO there. Now, the weather for Croker on Saturday, it was really good conditions at the Aviva last weekend, not so much this week. Periods of rain, a little bit colder, strong winds. You need to be protected if you're going to games. Wrap up warm and do all that if you're traveling to the game. Okay, so it's totally different conditions to last week. But anyway, the teams were named on Thursday this week. That's unusual for a Saturday kickoff. Here are some of the main points. Rivals Sam Prendergast and Jack Crowley will face off for the first time, just ahead of Ireland's test against New Zealand. Prendergast is among 7 changes in the Leinster lineup, including 4 British and Irish Lions, including Jack Conan, who will captain the side. The team sees seasonal debuts for James Ryan and Jemison Gibson Park, while Robbie Henshaw shifts to inside centre. Tommy O'Brien will earn his 50th cap, and R.G. Sneeman also returns to play alongside Ryan in the second row. And now I think I've left poor Keego's face frozen in there for long enough, so it's time to hear what he has to say about the match at Croker, as well as his other chosen match from the weekend.
With our fearless leader on secondment, apologies, I'm having a bad hair day here. Here to give you a couple of minutes on Leinster v Munster and obviously Connacht this weekend. I have it written down on my notes here beside me. Sam versus Jack. We've got Sam with all of the imagination, the feet, the footwork, maybe the lack of up for being a scrap, which is the narrative that's going on. And then you've got Jack, steady Eddie, ready for a bit of combat. He's got that beautiful bit of anger, spite in him that all you Munster people have. As Brian O'Driscoll said on Off the Ball, if you could combine them, if we could splice them and put them together, we'd have the perfect number 10. But it's a big, big reason why there's going to be so many people in Croker tomorrow. It's going to be great to watch. But what I'm looking forward to seeing is the second row. We've got Snyman and Ryan back in our final selection in the second row, but they're up against Wycherley and Adogbo. What a savage combination as well. 4 lads up for scraps. Really, really skillful player. High level stuff there in the second row. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to have my popcorn ready for that. And then, of course, Friday night ball. We're going to Galway in spirit because we love our Connacht brothers and sisters. They're playing the Bulls. And they played really well last weekend. Munster were terrible last weekend. Connacht were pretty good. And they've been pretty good all the way through. There's still a couple of players to come back. Hoping for another win, hoping for a loud sports ground. We're pretty close to their stadium opening, or their new stand opening up, so that we can all go down there. 12,000 people filling up Galway. Then we go for an old boogie on that weird street that's pedestrianised. Can't remember what it's called now. Should have prepared. But who's going to win in Croke Park? Well, Leinster are going to win. I think the corner's been turned last weekend. Some really good performances, some good players coming back. There's still a little bit of shock from the first 2 games, if I'm being honest. But I think Leinster are going to turn them over. I think Munster are going to try. They didn't have it last weekend. And I think if there's pressure put on them, there's going to be a problem. I think with Casey being injured, I think it's a massive, massive problem for him. So it's going to be Leinster by 10. Normally I say it doesn't take it doesn't give me great pleasure to say that, but just to make our Munster brothers and sisters safe in the knowledge that me saying that makes me very, very happy. Have a great one.
Well, thanks for that, Keego. And to check out his latest stand-up gigs, be sure to head to keegolaughs.com. Well, now just a couple of my own thoughts as well. I think it's great to see. I mean, these are two really strong lineups, and Leinster have brought a lot of their Lions back. But I think it's also good to see reward being given to the players who've done well in the past few weeks. You see Paddy McCarthy starting at number one for Leinster. Alex Soroka. Now, as much as I love Max Deegan, and Max Deegan would be great for a game like this, he's on the bench. But as a reward for the way he's played so far this season and the form he's shown, Alex Soroka gets a start in a really big game at Croke Park. This is a big occasion for him. Same on the bench. Brian Deeney, Vincent Gunn, names like that. They've all performed well up to now. We've spoken them in our rap pods, and they're all getting chances. And this is a big game for them, a high-profile match. It's a bit of a similar situation on the Munster side of things. You'd expect Gavin Coombs to be starting a game like this, but Brian Gleeson gets the nod. So there is a mix. There's a lot of big names coming back. They've got Tyg Byrne as well, a lot of Jack Crowley, a lot of names, from the Ireland setup. Coming back into the lineup, but this is another chance for the sort of the next wave of players as well to get an opportunity. So that's great to see. My prediction, similar to Keego's, I'm going to go for Leinster by about 10. I think the key for Munster, they're going to be missing Craig Casey. I think they need him badly. It wasn't just going to be a battle between Prendergast and Crowley, but I think that the battle for the nines as well would have been good to see the two nines. It's a shame he's missing out, but I think that could be the difference on the day. Okay, quick look at the other matches going on in the URC this weekend. Keego mentioned Connacht hosting the Bulls on Friday. There's also Embra against Benetton, Dragons against Cardiff, and other games on Saturday have the Lions hosting Scarlets, the Sharks against Ulster, Zebra against the Stormers, who lead the table at the moment, and Ospreys against Glasgow Warriors. Right. That's it for this week. Please be sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe as much as you can across all our socials. And when the full-time whistle blows at Croker, leave your thoughts on our Facebook page. We'll be doing a Rap Pod recording on Sunday evening when we will, of course, look at the match in the context of the recently announced Ireland squad for November. So take care, enjoy the game, and in the meantime, stay safe, everyone. Slán.